Chandamamakathalu.
The Servant. While Brahmadatta was ruling Benares, Bodhisattva was born as a rich man. He had a son. On the very day his son was born, Bodhisattva's maid too gave birth to a son. He was named Kathalu. The boys grew up together, though one was the son of a rich man, while the other the son of a servant. When the rich man's son went to school, Kathalu followed him, carrying his bag of slate and books. At school, Kathalu managed to learn whatever the rich boy was taught. In the end, Kathalu was recognized as a scholar and a knowledgeable person, though he remained only a servant in charge of his master's store and cash. He did not like this state of affairs. He wanted a status that was in keeping with his learning. He thought of a plan to attain such a status. A landlord who was a great friend of Bodhisattva was living in Pratyant, some miles away from Banaras. Kathalu forged a letter from Bodhisattva to this gentleman. It stated, "I am sending my son to you. I have come to the conclusion that we should become related through the marriage of our children. I desire that you give your daughter in marriage to my son and keep him with you. I shall try to see you as soon as I can find time to make the journey." Kathalu affixed the seal of his master. He took some money from his master's treasury and travelled to Pratyant, where he went to the landlord's house and handed the letter to him. The millionaire was overjoyed at the offer made by his respected friend and conducted the marriage at once. Now Kathalu was no longer a servant. He himself had many servants to attend upon him. He had a good lot of dresses. He enjoyed feasts and all the conceivable luxuries. Yet he used to curse the people of Pratyant every day. "They are so crude," he would say in disgust. "They do not know how to dress or how to eat properly. I have never seen such stupidity anywhere." Meanwhile, Bodhisattva noticed that Kathalu was missing. He sent his men in all directions to search for Kathalu. One of them found Kathalu in Pratyant living with a landlord as his son-in-law and pretending to be the son of Bodhisattva. Having heard the details, Bodhisattva was deeply hurt. He started for Pratyant to bring back Kathalu, who was shocked by the news that his master was arriving. He first thought of running away, but he abandoned the idea since he had nothing to gain and everything to lose by running away. Confessing his crime and seeking the pardon of his master was the only way left for him. Kathalu did not suspect that Bodhisattva was fully aware of all that had happened. He thought it would be better that his master learned the facts from him first. He would confess everything and beg his pardon. Naturally, he would have to play the part of the servant. Seeing this, others would not be surprised. So he told his servants in advance, "I am not like other fellows. I respect my father immensely. When he sits at the table, I fan him and serve him with respect." Next, Kathalu told his father-in-law, "My father is coming. I want to receive him on the way." He went forth and met Bodhisattva. He fell at the feet of his master, confessed all that he had done, and begged for pardon. Bodhisattva promised not to betray him, and both of them arrived at the house of the landlord. He was very happy to see Bodhisattva. "According to your wish," he said, "I gave my daughter in marriage to your son." Bodhisattva pretended to be gratified. He talked to the Kathalu as if he was his own son. Later, he met Katha's wife alone and asked her, "Child, does my son make you happy?" "He's quite nice in all respects," the girl replied, "except that he dislikes everything set for his meal. I have tried all sorts of dishes, but nothing seems to please him. I really don't know what to do about it." Oh, yes, Bodhisattva told her. He is that sort of a boy. But I advise you to do one thing. When he criticizes his food, remind him about Kathak, a fellow who is nobody in his own place but is treated like a lord where he is not known. This Kathak indulges in abuse instead of enjoying what he gets. After Bodhisattva's return to Benares, Kathak began to feel that his position was absolutely secure. Bodhisattva had pardoned him and there was no need to fear anyone. So Kathak began to curse each and every dish. His wife remembered the advice of Bodhisattva and reminded her husband about Kathak. Of course, she never knew that Kathak was her own husband, but the effect on Kathak was magical. He became as mute as a lamb and never raised his voice again. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.